one of the key issues in healthcare, not just mental health care, just in healthcare in general. And so many people misunderstand trauma and that we're all struggling from, and also the effects it has on our system, that I think helping people understand that's very, very important moving forward. So that's kind of it in a snapshot. That's how I got into the healing business, by being a drug addict. It wasn't like it's what happens. We just wake up one day and everything's fine and we're like, I'm going to start getting into healing. Like shit has to go down for us to go down that path, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Wow, what like an epic story. And I've only heard parts of it, not like the kind of the full thing. So yours started with anxiety. Did you have like, you know, like say someone was listening and they're like, well, what did that feel like? And how did you know? Did you know then and there, or it took you like a while to kind of be like, okay, this is what I was dealing with. This is how my body felt and my mind felt, you know? Because there's certain clients I have and I speak to, and they're like, oh, but I don't know. Like, is it anxiety? Is it not? Like, how would you explain that kind of initial, that's what led me on to kind of, you know, it kind of got like a little bit bigger and bigger sort of thing?
Yeah, it's funny as well because everything's a subjective experience.
Yeah.
As well. So like my anxiety, there'll be commonalities. Like you can do heat maps of people in different emotional states, and there'll be some similarities as to where their body is hotter in different emotional states. But at the end of the day, anxiety is a subjective experience. So for me, I was extremely disconnected from my bodily sensations. Like I knew that I was having them, but I would never like feel a sensation and go, oh, what's this? What am I feeling? Oh, why am I feeling that? Blah, blah, blah. It would never happen. So for me, it was this feeling of dread is probably the best word. Like it's just that something bad was going to happen, right? And that would be an undercurrent of dread. And then things would happen where I'd have to like, you know, read out something in front of the class that day, read out my project. And then that thing would go off the scale, like my heart beating, just sweaty, just like I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to feel whatever that feeling was, you know? And so for me, it's like if we're about to go public speaking. Most people hate public speaking, right? So why do you hate public speaking? It's because it makes me so anxious. That's why. It's not the public speaking itself. It's actually the build up to it. It's that anticipation,